We have a colleague in the Senate that actually did much more sinister and serious kinds of things. Senator Menendez, he needs to go. And if you are going to expel Santos, how can you allow to somebody like Menendez to remain in the Senate? So I really think he needs to go.
That was 6 whole sentences that made sense. That is Senator John Fetterman pointing out the irony. What?
Pro-vigil? Like, what the Limitless drug from Bradley Cooper's movie?
It's incredible. Whatever it is, you should keep taking it. After Congressman George Santos was expelled, but Democrat Bob Menendez remains in the upper chamber despite being charged with, I don't know, an international bribery scheme.
Yeah, you know, gold bars in the closet and all that kind of stuff with Egypt. Here to react, OutKick founder Clay Travis. Clay, so great to have you.
Great to see you guys as well.
Thanks for dressing up.
Trying to class it up a little bit. By the way, let me give Pete credit here. He was emceeing last night for Tunnel to Towers. They raised over $5 million. They played a video of you with the pre-designed home that the vets are now going to be moving into. Over $5 million. Pete was there. I dressed up, and I also thought you guys needed a little class, you two in particular. So I'm wearing. I have, in all honesty, I traveled up here with a tuxedo and jeans, nothing in between. I woke up this morning. I was like, do I go tux or jeans? So you guys got the tux. Yes.
You did.
Early morning tux.
I think it is so bold and confident. I'm just.
Thank you.
I love it.
I knew I liked you.
So really quick, let's just talk for just a second about this. What John Fetterman's saying. It's true.
Yeah.
And also it's true what Pete says, that somehow someone's giving a shot in the you-know-what, and maybe Joe Biden needs that too.
Look, Fetterman's right on Israel. 100% right. I never would have believed that. And I agree with the thesis here in general that they should be treated the same. Here's what I would say different. I don't like removing either Menendez or Santos before we actually have 100% certainty about whether or not they committed a crime. And I don't like the precedent of, especially after Russia collusion, this idea that based on all the allegations, we should act, because I think that's the wrong precedent. But I do agree with Fetterman that they should be treated the same at some point. So if you're going to kick Santos out, I think you should have to kick out Menendez as well.
It's not going to happen because the Dems won't do it.
100%. That's the difference, right? It's the D versus the R.
And we don't.
Well, this is all Clay and I.
Let's get to the topic.
All Clay and I talked about.
The whole time.
This is all I've been talking about for a month.
Yes.
But definitely over the last couple of days. College football. Today is conference championship day. It's going to be a great day. You've got SEC championship, you've got Big Ten championship, Big 12 championship, ACC championship. At the end of the day, Clay, I hope we don't devolve into some massive debate, but we probably are.
Yes.
And so what happens? Who do you think makes the college football playoff? Okay,
so Washington, credit to the Huskies, final Pac-12 game ever, which is wild to think about, is in. They got the win last night over Oregon, Friday night game. Today, your Texas Longhorns are taking the field. The chaos scenario, everybody loves talking about chaos scenarios, is probably Texas wins, Florida State wins, and you get an Alabama upset of Georgia. If that were to happen, you presume Washington, who we just mentioned, is in. There are only 4 teams that can make it. And Michigan is a huge favorite to beat Iowa. Rachel is just like, this is the greatest topic of ever. So if you got Washington and Michigan in, which would be very expected at this point, then only 2 of Texas, Alabama, and Florida State could get in, and one of those 3 would have to be left out.
And here's the objective part of me.
Yes.
There's no way you leave out Florida State. They're undefeated.
They would be 13-0 in the ACC champs. Yes.
That comes down to a debate between Alabama and Texas.
Yes.
Alabama having just beat the #1 team in the country,
Correct.
Georgia. Texas having beaten Alabama.
Yes.
And who goes in that scenario?
In that scenario, yes.
You have no dog in this fight, and you don't know what I'm talking about. Texas beat Alabama earlier this season.
Okay.
One of them gets to go to the playoff. Who goes?
The one
that is the least objective characterization I've ever heard.
I
think you're right. Now, here is a wild card. You nailed it. You nailed it.
I think so.
And you said I was right.
They're going to have a pregame show here in a little bit, and they were going to talk to Will, but instead, I think they just got in my ear and they said, we want Rachel. She made the argument better than Will could. Look, I think that it would be Texas that would get in over Alabama because Texas beat Alabama week 2, as you well know, and you're about to head to a sports bar as soon as this thing is over to go all in on the Texas Longhorns.
Maybe Rachel will go.
I've got to get on an airplane flight in my tux on Southwest Airlines and fly back to Nashville. I'm going to be the best dressed Southwest passenger in history.
I hope you're boarding in the first A group.
I'm A16.
How
I'm
awesome
not.
would it be if you were C?
Oh, C boarding group, and then just walked on. I'd look. It would be like even this Christmas season, you know, when she had to hop in with John Candy in Home Alone and ride back on that. That's kind of what's going on here, I think.
All right, Clay. Thanks so much.
Thank you all. Enjoy the games.
Check out OutKick.com.
And keep up the good work,
right
boys,
there.
and Rachel.
I'm one of the boys.
You nailed it. You nailed it, Rachel. I mean, you're basically a sports all-star now, prognosticator.
I love it. Come back, Clay. Come back.
Yes.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.